Greetings everyone and welcome to the phone show. I'm your host, Andrei, or the guy from Retro Phones and Stuff. Like and subscribe. So, let's cut to the chase. This is the intro, so let's begin the show. No need for that. Hello, everyone. Oh my god, you're everywhere. Anyway, let me sit down like a good boy. Why is this cleaning cloth here? Yeah. So, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the first actually episode of the phone show. The first actually is the second. The first one is the pilot. This one is the real deal. And hello to my audience. You ugly fat f***s. Anyway, now on today's topic.
Yes, please.
Well, the priority one is the main topic that I'm gonna talk about. Phone. What was the term? Customizability. Yeah. On old phones, you could have bought separate accessories for it, like phone body shells, external cameras, and lots of other things that I'm gonna show you now. And also, like I mentioned in my two previous videos, that I'm filming with a different phone. And we'll talk about that later. I'm also filming with my Sony Xperia 1 Mark VI, which is that one over there. What's wrong with you? Did this camera just stop recording? What's the problem, Bob? Why would you stop recording? How dare you? Do you know who I am? I'm Chuck Norris. Okay, now it's recording. I don't know why that camera stopped recording, but you can see me right. Right? You're working, right? Okay, it's recording. Oh, thank God. 360 videos, baby. Well, I've bought multiple cameras and a phone because I'm also starting a new YouTube channel about cars. But enough of that about that. Let's talk about phones customizability. Let's go to. I don't have a legend here. For example, we have for Nokia. Sorry, I started to say some. Well, spoiler for the next episode. But let me get the legendary Nokia 3310. Somehow out of that shelf. How am I gonna do that? This is so embarrassing. How did I not prepare for this? I'm gonna drop the weapon, so. Yeah, I'll just take this 3330 because my. Yeah, okay, you know what? This is one example. For example, this is the Nokia 3330, which is basically a 3310 but newer, and the standard body shell is this gray one. Basically, is the colors inverted. It's not blue and the line gray is the other way around. And here I have an actually 3310 with a custom body shell that you could have changed back then, and it's licensed, of course. What does it say here? Let me focus. So, see this? Bugs Bunny, baby. Yeah, isn't he a stinker? That's one of these awesome things. Now, next up we have for the Nokia 3310, since we are talking about the legendary 3310, here we have some, body shell accessories. With this particular part, you can turn your phone into a dual SIM. Slide this in the SIM slot and put two SIMs in here. And on each reboot, it will change to the next SIM. If you turn the phone once, it will activate SIM 1. If you turn it off and on again, it will activate SIM 2. So it's one way of being dual SIM, but you can't use both SIM at once. Only one, which is a disadvantage. I almost dropped it. Stop looking at me like that. Next up, I think you're gonna love this. This is the back of it. It connects to the battery, so the energy will go much faster. But tada, you have a classic game, arcade game. You know that Chinese Game Boy, or I don't know exactly. I'm sure one of you must have had that game console. It's a mini game console on the back, and when you get tired of Snake, you have all the other games, but with huge pixels, like 3 millimeters thick. These are the Nokia 3310 accessories, and one more accessory for the Nokia 3310 that I want to show you. No, accessory. No, this was the customizability. Next up, there's another Nokia. I have here some phones I'm gonna show you in a minute. Don't rush me. Now, in all the seriousness, don't I have one here? There was supposed to be one here. What's going on here? I'm saying too much the word here. 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 Oh, that's one. Did this thing stop recording again because I'm getting really angry? Why does it keep stops recording? How much time does it record? What the heck is your problem, dude? Yeah, troubleshooting stuff. Oh. Okay. Is it because I'm getting out of frame? That's the problem? Okay, now it's recording again, I hope. So, here is the Nokia 6234. What? So humiliating that 6230. I keep forgetting the models. Too much numbers. Stop judging me, man. Or woman. Anyway, this is the standard body shell for this phone. But you can find other body shells. For example, Scotland. Awesome. You can customize it just like you want it. Next up, this should be the Nokia 3200. Anyway, let me... should have get a standard one when the phone is not recording. Dang it. You see me, right? You're not losing me, right? See me? See me? See me? Yeah, so on this phone, the body shell is transparent. And you have these, well, 3D designs on it. It's not stickers, they're plastics. Yeah, but they are interchangeable. Just open up the body shell, even on the front as well, and take this off. Once you take it off, transparent body shell. You can just leave it like this, or you can put other designs on the back and the front. And I have here this. This is one example. You're gonna find faces for it. And also there's an accessory for this phone, that's for the next video, that you can use to customize your own designs for it. Like you have a, let's say, picture made of soft paper, something easy to cut, you can put your own design on it. For example, well, this one it's black and white because I have a black and white printer. But this is a picture of my phones on my shelf, and this is something. Anyway, the most customizable phone that I ever saw, well, one of the most, is, still looking right, good. Can you guess which one is it? No peeking. Well, you're wrong. You too. It's the Nokia 3220. I had this phone back then. Well, this is an unoriginal body shell, but this is how it looks. and you get 3 designs on the back. Interchangeable, of course. This one is an original one. Also 3D, it changes the colors. But you can also change the body shell. This is basically an accessory, but you can change it and make it thicker. Well, this has its own function. Later on that, well, not later, in the next episode. There are multiple ways to customize your phone. You can, back in the day, I could have back in the day when I had my Nokia N73, I could find, well, cheap Chinese body shell for it, but not the middle part, only the front and the battery cover. Because the middle part was hard to impossible to find. Even now, now it's even harder actually. Yeah. Here's another way to customize the phone. Still looking, don't disappoint me, right? Look at me. Like I said, the Nokia 3300 has a transparent plastic body shell. Well, this one was customized by me. You can find transparent body shell. This is the Nokia 6100. Well, I painted this in another video. I will leave a link to that. And you can also find green body shell, transparent green, with LED bands on it. This is an RGB Nokia 3310 now. So what are your thoughts, public? Do you like it? You can go off then. Seriously? Can you stop eating? Yes, sir. Thank you. Now, what I mentioned in my other videos that I recorded with a different phone rather than my Sony Xperia 1 Mark VI. Well, this might be a shocker for you to hear. But before that, let me keep you hanging a little. Another way to customize your phone. You mucker. You're looking after me, right? Good. I'm gonna kid. Oh, you're still recording. Good job. Now, here's a Nokia that has a shockproof body shell. Well, this phone comes in multiple colors, and this is how you open it up. Pressing these buttons, you take the bottom half off. Press these buttons, take the top half off. And here's the phone. Can you believe that this phone has a thermometer built in? And you can find multiple colors. This body shell. And just change it like this. Simple. Now here I have a Nokia 3210. Actually, I'm kind of curious why Nokia named them like this. This is a 3210, which is a classic brick like the Nokia 3310. However, this is the 3200, and this is the 3210. This is more modern. It even has a VGA camera. And this is the Nokia 3220. How is this in the middle? Like seriously, how is this classic brick in the middle of two more modern phones? I'm confused. Anyway, about the Nokia 3200. Here's what body shells you can put to it. This is $100 body shell. You can open it down like this, and you have the numeric buttons. Or, if you are a Disney character, I have a Mickey Mouse body shell right here that you can open the buttons like this. Press a button here and it unlocks it. Pretty cool. This is an original Disney body shell. It even says Disney down here. Yeah. Also, about phone customizability, here I have another Nokia 6340, was it? I'm ashamed of myself that I keep forgetting the brands. 6230. So here I have a Nokia 6230i, which I Well, I can say refurbished because I clean it and I change the body shell with a Cat Kitson body shell. Pretty cool, right? Well, girly cool. I'm not much into this, but why not? It was an option back then. Now, this is kind of it with phone customizability. Well, not just that actually. This is only on the Nokia side. Now let's look at the Sony Ericsson side. You're still looking at me, right? Good boy. Yeah. So we have here some body shells. For example, these are for the Sony Ericsson Z200. I should have one of these phones lying around here. I can't seem to find it right now, but it should be here. But here's one for the Z600, which is this phone. Man, so dusty. I need to take everything out and clean it. But too much work to do and I'm too tired. Anyway, this is the phone. And these are shells for it. Like this. You can just take it apart like this. You see? I took the shell apart. And this is only on the top. On the bottom, this is the battery cover. You just change this normally. It's easy. But it was easy. You can customize your phone how you like it. And as I was saying about the Nokia 3220, that this thicker body shell, it's also customizable because, well, this is how you got the body shell for it. This is brand new in the box, sealed intact, never opened. You could have find body shells like this, and at that time, this body shell, which is the fun shell, Express On fun shell, was expensive as the phone, almost. But dang, man. But it could do stuff, and it was awesome. Quite awesome. Anyway, now the shocker news why I filmed with a different phone. I started a new channel, Cars Some. It's about cars. I like to film cars, and maybe, well, I'm still learning some filming stuff on my own. Well, me with a friend, we're doing this, and to also make cinematic videos or in the air. I also got a drone. I have all these cameras, and I also got a DJI drone to film it on up top. But yeah, still a lot of things to learn. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And yeah, I was thinking of selling my Xperia 1 Mark 6 to buy a Sony ZV-E10 Mark II camera, which is also compatible with the Sony grip, which I'm using now on my Xperia to start the record. But the problem is when I put this on OLX to sell it, I only got horrible offers, like horrible. Like people are looking for the cheapest possible. I can understand that, but this phone is still new in warranty, and I even got it a housing and well, yeah, a cover and protective screen over the display. And it's actually a pretty good phone. Well, I didn't want to have two phones at once, but here I am now. I have two phones at once. And now I'm gonna shut off that camera to show you the phone. Well, I'm gonna shut off that phone. Let me turn off this gimbal. Stop recording. Now, are you ready to see my, well, it's not shame, I'm actually proud of it. I covered the emblem here with the gimbal's grip. Oh, come on, close you. Close! Let me take the gimbal off of it. The gimbal grip off of it. Oh! Can you guess the...
This is a time for
brand?
the caramel one.
No!
The forbidden apple.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. But anyway, yes, it's an iPhone. We lost another one. And the 16 Pro Max, that is. I wanted to see what the hype was with these devices about their cameras. Because if I use the main camera app, it's good outside in full auto, only auto. But I had a hard time finding a, let's say, third-party app for manual video control. And I found Blackmagic Cam, this app down here. And the last videos were filmed with this iPhone. Whatever that's, how do they look? With my, well, personal adjustments. And yeah, the reason I wanted for an iPhone is because I can edit the videos easier because I can film in ProRes. On its original app, you can only film ProRes at 30 FPS, but you can plug in an external SSD or a memory stick or card. And that's kind of awesome. And when you connect that external storage, it unlocks the recording speed of 60 FPS and 120 FPS on the new iPhone. Yeah, and I listened to all the bad reviews about it, and that's why I got scared first time, and I bought the 15 Pro Max. And I tested it out. Okay, I can use this. It's not that hard. I mean, I had an iPad. I sold the iPad, by the way, so I can get some extra money to buy this. But then when I looked at on the 16 Pro Max in the store, dude, it was good. I mean, why people are complaining about the camera button here? All these older phones had camera buttons, the top on the line ones. Yeah, my Sony Xperia 1 Mark 6 has one, and the camera button it's on the outside, and it's easier for you to press it, even accidentally. On this phone, it's on the inside. Oh. I mean, here you go, it's not turning on. To turn on the camera, you have to actually press. It's a physical button to open the camera.
Well, that's good, I guess.
And yes, it's also digital, but to take the picture, it's a normal physical button, just like the lock-unlock button. And I regretted it. And luckily, I only had the 15 Pro Max for 6 days, and I managed to return it. Put the difference and got the 16 Pro Max. I returned the 15 Pro Max, I said, right? Good. And here I am now. I'm rocking iOS, Android, and older devices. And now I also have other cameras. Like this is my Insta360 Ace Pro, my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and my Insta360 X4, which is a 360 videos, 360 video camera, which I use on also filming cars, but now I'm gonna use it on my channel as well. And dude, with all due respect, stop eating. Anyway, let me put the phone back in the gimbal so I can... Yeah, so what I wanted to say is when you want to buy something, don't just listen to the bad stuff. Some people that say bad stuff about products, some of them are right. But best case, test it out yourself. If you can rent it, or if you have a friend that has it, or I don't know, it's not too nice to do this to stores to buy it then return it. I usually don't buy stuff to return them, but that was my second time doing this. First was when I got my Xperia 1 Mark 4. I returned the Motorola Edge 30. Now I returned the iPhone 15 Pro Max to get a 16 Pro Max. Luckily those guys were nice, but it's kind of like a credit with this. They remember you. And yeah, the other reason that I got the iPhone is because this gimbal, the Insta360 Flow, only accepts 60 FPS on iPhone devices, on iPhones. Because apparently Android devices has the camera hardware locked, where the iPhone doesn't have it locked. But unfortunately, I still have to... But, oh yeah, and on Android devices, if you want to buy this gimbal, you can't actually modify the settings to how do I say this? You can't manually adjust the video settings. You can only use the auto function. On the iPhone, everything is permitted. But when you're filming 60 FPS, some functions don't work. For example, this function. Let me turn it around. This function. That now is recording and is tracking me. See? Yeah. So this was all I had to say about phone customizability. And that was good. Still go for some snacks. Anybody else want some? Good. Now sit down. Now get up. We're done. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Phone Show, where I talked about phone customizability. Well, even nowadays you can customize your phone since we're talking about this. For example, before I got my 13 Pro Max, 16 Pro Max, it's not a brag. I got it because I needed it, otherwise. Anyway, here is the iPhone 8 that I used to hold that phone number. And it was my stepmom's. Stop thinking about that, perverts. And she got the gold one, and it looks kind of girly. Even the front was white. So I bought a front screen protector with black corners, or how do you call them? Frame. And I got this cool phone cover. And here we have it. We made it more manly. Oh, and speaking of which, I also found the box for the iPhone 7 that I have in my collection, which is good because it has the same email. I can actually box the iPhone 7. The body shell is a bit meh, but it will work. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. Happy to have you here. I hope you enjoyed the show. 360, baby. Still recording, right? Yeah, it is. And I'm gonna use that video. Well, it's gonna be a separate video where you can see everything. And sorry about the dust on the shelves. I didn't have time to clean them. Stop judging me. I said stop judging me. Yeah. So, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, tell your friends, your mom. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and maybe I'll answer them in the next video. Maybe. Okay, all the best, guys and girls. Bye. Yeah, bye.